Hi guys, welcome back to my travel corner, and today you've joined me back in Havant at the bus station for another Battle of the Buses video between Havant and Emsworth this time. So it's going to be one of those rare occasions where you'll see me travel on the 27 as I then look at between that, which is my favourite between that and the 700. And then we'll just do a bit extra in certain places. I might do a little bit extra in Emsworth. I may take you on a walk or something. But I see a 37 right in front of me, and this time I'm waiting for a 27 because I've been on the 37 a few times, but that's not relevant to this video. And then with that, we can then just take care of everything in between that. Do something extra here. When time permits, there's a nice little walk around the park. Might take you onto that as well. There's a nice little walk around Emsworth. I'll do that. But we'll just wait and see. My bus is due in 15 minutes time. The 30 is parked at the bus stop where I need to get on at. So we'll just have to keep on waiting and see what happens to the 27. But join me back in a bit as I take you on the back of the 27, and then we'll make a slow drive into Emsworth. See you in a bit, guys. Welcome back, guys. You've just joined me at the back of the 27. Now, there's a couple of things I wanted to point out, and I'm just looking at some other video ideas. So I was just on my YouTube inspiration tab because I pay a visit to that sometimes, and it gives me ideas, potential videos that I make for my channel based on what I've done beforehand. And one of the suggestions was that I test out the vending machines between Portsmouth and Southampton. Now, as far as I'm aware, there are only two stations I know of around the area that have a vending machine, and that's Portsmouth Harbour and Fareham. Don't any of the others do. So I think in this case I'm either going to have to do a full run between Portsmouth and Southsea, because I know that Portsmouth Harbour has a vending machine. I need to do a run between Portsmouth and Southsea and Southampton Central to see if they have vending machines, or I then decide to do a shop crawl between the two stations so I know which of them have shops. But it's a good idea that something like that would spring up on my channel. Also, speaking of which, you may recall a little while ago where I did a video where I looked at the boundary stops in the Southampton ticket zone, and I've missed one out. I do plan to go back there and just have a look at it. But then I've seen another potential one spring up as well. The 54, at least one of the 54s that starts at Petersfield and makes its way to Chichester actually goes through Emsworth and Westbourne, and we have a boundary stop potentially lurking about in Westbourne. Now, I say in Westbourne because if you look at the 700, you'll find that Hermitage Bridge is the first stop in West Sussex, and that is the Southampton ticket zone boundary stop for the 700. Just so I clear that up before I get back to the nature of what I'm doing in this video, which is I'm making my way into Emsworth Now I'm on the 27 at the moment, and this bus would start at Roland's Castle usually. It does. Now with the 27, there's only 4 of them a day, and they're about 2 hours apart of each other. And actually, the last one terminates at Havant. So I had to do some careful planning to make sure that I got this bus. Because if I miss this one, I'm waiting 2 hours for another one, and I don't particularly want that. But I'll be back in a bit, and I will take you on another part of the route leading up into Emsworth. See you in a bit, guys. Welcome back, guys. You've just joined me back on the 27 and just still continuing on our journey into Emsworth. And it's a really nice route, I'd say. And what I will mention is passing the bit that takes you into Westbourne. It's a nice little walk there, actually, in Westbourne. And then a bit over, I used to walk that bit many years ago. Started at the Warren and then went all around Wesley up here and then into Westbourne. I think this might give me an idea to do a little walk, a point A to B from Westley to Westbourne, and then have a twist of just doing everything on foot. Sounds like a bit of a challenge, and it's something that I'm definitely willing to take. It's not too far from Emsworth, just a few more stops now. Yeah, there's another 3 more stops. There's the Baptist Church, I've just noticed, is where this bus terminates. So we've got Hornding Road, Emsworth Station and Baptist Church. Then, as I say, ultimately the Baptist Church is where this bus will terminate. And then with that this bus will then go back round on itself and then carry on to Roland's Castle. But join me back in a bit because we are getting close, and I will take you around some of the areas of Emsworth. See you in a bit, guys. Welcome back, guys. You've just joined me now at Emsworth, and I just thought, because there's quite a bit of a time left before I get the 700, I've just missed the 700 going back to Portsmouth, but that's absolutely fine because this then gives me enough time then just to take you on a quick walk around the area, which is what I plan to do. So I'm just going through here, this part of Emsworth, and the one thing that I will notice, and I will show you it in a bit, is this particular walk, this particular path that I'm walking down at the moment, it takes you out of Hampshire. Believe it or not, just making our way to the Brook Meadow car park, and the Brook Meadow is definitely somewhere I would like to take a walk down. It's one of those nature reserves that I do want to show you, but definitely as part of my nature trail, upcoming nature trail series. And we are just making our way out of Hampshire right about now, just to take you over the bridge as well. Now I can only assume that this bit leads you into Hermitage, but I do love the nature of things. It definitely will help me to unwind. Now if I carry on down here, that takes you on a continual nature trail, which is definitely something I'm up for doing. I mean, look at this creek. Hermitage Creek. And then what I'll do is I'm making my way back into Emsworth so I can then hop on a 700 to continue on with my battle of the buses. I just thought I'd do a little bit extra here just to kill time. Not that I'm a murderer, but yeah, you get the gist. Now, I probably shouldn't do any nature trails today because it's been recently raining and I wanted to make sure that I don't get my flip-flops, well, my sandals wet. If I just carry on through here, this is where things start to get a bit muddy. And I'm going to probably turn back round on myself and then just cross under the tunnel. So that takes you on the other side of the road. But this area here is just absolutely beautiful. I love it. Unfortunately, it looks like this part of the creek has dried up, which is a shame, but I'm pretty sure the tide will come in. All that's left for me to say now is, welcome to West Sussex. And there's the sign. Someone has actually smudged over the Sussex part of the sign. If you ever take a closer look, you'll see what I mean. Now then, let's go back. Because I'm going to cross under that bridge, I think, and then I'll make my way back to Emsworth Square. So join me back in a bit, and I'm just going to complete the rest of this walk off screen, and I will see you at Emsworth Square. See you in a bit, guys. Welcome back, guys. You've just joined me now at Hermitage Bridge. Now, I know I said that I was going to come off at Emsworth Square, but there's only one more stop away, and I thought I might just get my bus from here, so at least then I know I can get a bus. Well, I do understand that these buses are every 20 minutes, so it's not too bad if you miss one. But I just also want to take the time to show you this amazing view of the Hermitage. I mean, look at that. This is the very river that splits Hampshire and West Sussex. So to my right of this creek is Hampshire, and to my left is West Sussex. It's a very interesting discovery, some might say, but I just thought I'd show you that just to give you an idea as to what to expect around this area. Never would have thought that a river would separate two counties like this one, and it looks beautiful. Look at that. There's a pigeon there as well. I say it's a pigeon, it's not a pigeon, but it's a rather majestic looking bird. I can't remember the name of it, but this area is really peaceful. But join me back in a bit and I'll take you on a 700 and we will complete this journey and the battle of the buses, and then I'll tell you which of those buses is my favourite. See you in a bit, guys. Welcome back, guys. You've just joined me at the back of the 700 now as I just embark on the last of the two buses that are in this battle of the buses video. So I've just been not long I'm just getting off at Havant, effectively, and when I get there I'll just tell you what I think is my favourite, what my favourite of the buses are. Now, I'm more of a scenic type of person.
To Portsmouth.
I do like to go around the houses, as it were, so I find then the longer the bus routes, the better. It's just rather unfortunate that with the 27, as I mentioned, that there's only 4 of them a day, and the last one terminates at Havant. But that will then play a factoring role on which I choose to be my favourite bus. And as I say, more details of that will follow later on in the video. We're also hoping to do something extra around Havant as well, just so I can try and get the length of this video up. And I think that going around the park in this instance would be perfect.
Next stop,
It's a nice little area to walk around, which you'll get to see that as well. We're just leaving Emsworth Square, and I will say join me back in a bit as I make my way into Havant, and yeah, this bus doesn't take that long to get there. But as I say, join me back in a bit and I will make my way into Havant, and then when I get there I'll tell you which of the 2 buses is my favourite. See you in a bit, guys. Welcome back, guys. You've just joined me back in Havant, and I decided to take you around the park that I give you the verdict as to what is my favourite bus out of the 27 and the 700. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'm more of a scenic type of bloke, so I like to go all around the houses because I just sometimes like looking at nature and just to admire what goes on, which is why I particularly like travelling on the 67 between Petersfield and Winchester. And despite the fact that there are only 4 27s running a day, and one of them, well, the very last one terminates here at Havant, that is actually my favourite of the 2 because it's scenic, and I particularly like going around Denville's. There is a particular section of the 27 that reminds me of my childhood when I used to walk from Warren Park to Southbourne and back, and I used to go up that road when I made it into Emsworth, and then I would have gone straight across. If you go straight across rather than go round on the roundabout, if you turn that way, you would end up in Westbourne, and it's really nice. Oh look, it's just started raining, and once again I am coatless. I'm not the only one though not wearing a coat. It's funny though, because it says on my phone that the rain's about to stop, and it's just started. So yeah, the weather wants to make its mind up. Well, I enjoyed doing this, and I was just thrilled that I'm able to take you along this journey with me. But as I mentioned just a moment ago, I've got to go back home because it's just started raining and I don't have a coat. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.